Okay, my first name is Ija and I was born in China.
My name is Cheyenne and I'm from Singapore.
My name is Cherry. I'm from Hong Kong.
Right now I'm 20 years old.
Oh, I'm 21.
I'm 21.
I started learning English in my middle school in China, so around like 12.
I started learning English since I was young. I grew up speaking it.
I pretty much started learning English in like kindergarten. 3 years old.
Okay.
Chinese and our dialect at home.
At home, I spoke English to my siblings and my parents, but to my grandparents, I spoke Chinese and a dialect.
I speak Cantonese.
My family and friends that I spoke to when I was growing up were from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines.
Because I have been studying English for kind of like a long time, so like when there is no person in my apartment and I'm like doing something else, I might just talk with myself in English, although sometimes I'm gonna just skip some words because I don't really know how to say that in English, but I'm still like just like talk with myself. But we don't usually talk with like people, like my friends.
I think actually I rarely actually speak like in entirely English out of school, but then I do have friends that grow up, well, not really grow up, but they go to schools that are international, so they're like, so they would talk to their parents in English, but they're still grown up in Hong Kong. So then that would be the only times that I would speak English out of school. So hanging out with those friends who grew up in an English-speaking family, kind of.
Okay.
But they're still from Hong Kong.
Valentine, let's go.
In school, we primarily spoke English, but we had to take lessons in Mandarin. So yeah.
In middle school, basically Chinese, and in high school, because my high school is an international school, so sometimes we speak English, but rarely.
Cantonese and English. So we mostly speak Cantonese like with like our friends, like classmates and stuff, but then we have to speak English with like teachers and everybody else pretty much. Okay. And during class, kind of.
When you look at me, just wanna touch. Now, baby.
Teachers that I spoke English to were mostly from Singapore, but there was one from China, one from New Zealand, and one from Ireland.
High school? In high school, it's like from another province of China, but it's still Chinese teacher.
I've had several. The ones I remember, one of them is from England, the other one is from America, one of them is from Australia, and yeah, that's about it.
We can dance until
At the University of Minnesota, I use more English instead of Singlish.
I think like my accents will kind of change, like because actually when I learned English in China, the teacher is not really speak like perfect English, American English or British English, because kind of like the English in different countries are kind of different.
Yeah.
So when I came here, kind of like my English becomes more Americanized, because I know those kind of phrases like American usually use, and the kind of like word thing like instead of like those kind of like Chinese words I may use before, and then like it just becomes kind of local. Like,
I think actually my accent has changed quite a bit. Like, so when I was back in Hong Kong, I had a kind of like Cantonese English accent weird thing, but then now I would adjust to like the American accent. So that's I guess the biggest change.
So
teenage dream, the way you turn me on.
whether I'm here or back home, like for here, I use like proper English, and like back home, I lapse into Singlish. A mix of a little bit of Malay, some dialect, and English. Would you say it's Singlish? We usually add like lars and lors at the end of our sentences, but I don't know why.
if like for the okay, so to talk about like the way of talking English, kind of like I'm not going to change like the tone or like the accents when I talk to like different people, because I'm not going to like, if I'm talking to a Chinese friend, I use like kind of like Chinglish to talk with them, but it's kind of like I might use like a casual speech with friends, but kind of a more formal way to talk with my Japanese teacher or like other professor, because I mean they're still professor. So
I'm pretty sure like I adjust my accent. So when I'm talking to like my Hong Kong friends, my accent would be like really like Hong Kong Cantonese. And then when I talk to American friends, I would mostly speak in an American accent. And sometimes I know friends who's from like Malaysia, Singapore, which they have a different accent. I would try to adjust to their accent as well.
Feel like it don't make sense, because you're bringing me in and now you're kicking me out again. Love so strong, then you moved on, and I'm hung up.
They thought that my calm cat was sitting near the pool, but she had come over to sit on my lap under the tree. Your friend told me there's a sale on taffeta and milk. I don't like the temperature of my latte. His bedroom is a mess. The shit was full of shit. I use a spoon to eat the rice in the dark when I rise from bed. You forgot a comma. I hate the snowy chilly weather of Minnesota.
a nonsense paragraph. They thought that my calm cat was sitting near the pool, but she had come over to sit on my lap under the tree. Your friend told me there is a sale on taffeta and milk. I don't like the temperature of my latte. His bedroom is a mess. The sheep was full of sheep. I use a spoon to eat the rice in the dark. When I rise from the bed, you forgot a comma. I hate the snowy, chilly weather of Minnesota.
Perfect, thank you.
No problem.
All seems so right.
They thought that my calm cat was sitting near the pool, but she had come over to sit on my lap under the tree. Your friend told me there's a sale on taffeta and milk. I don't like the temperature of my latte. His bedroom is a mess. The ship was full of sheep. I use a spoon to eat the rice in the dark when I rise from bed. You forgot a comma. I hate the snowy, chilly winter of Minnesota.
In suspense, because you're bringing me in and then you're kicking me out again. Girls gotta love like whoa.